There's another great source, Steve, and that's the Truth in Accounting website. And here you can dig into the states. So, like, you can pick out your state, and you can find out everything you ever wanted to know about your state.
I noticed that there are two types of states. There's these good states, right, and bad states. Now, so we're talking about the federal government. Now we're drilling down to your state, and you'll have to go out to truthinaccounting.org so that you can pick it out and see what you want to see your specific state. When I'm looking at the top 5 really good states.
They call them the Sunshine State, Steve.
I love that.
You got Alaska, which isn't in debt. There's a surplus of $52,000 per person in Alaska. North Dakota, they were big in oil. Now that's going to be changing, but at least they didn't spend it, right?
By the way, a little side note there, Tommy. It looks like Alaska is going to, for the first time, start looking at a state income tax.
Yeah.
They're just starting to look at that now.
Well, but look, Alaska, North Dakota, Wyoming, you're looking at 3 big oil states, and now oil prices are way down, and they're likely to stay down for a very long time because of all this excess supply from fracking. And so, but thank goodness those states did not go out and spend all their money in the good times. They actually saved it, and they have a surplus. And Wyoming has a surplus, Utah has a surplus, South Dakota has a surplus.
Tommy, I just want to say something. Every one of these states has got serious winter.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, think about this. I mean, people say, I'm going to Alaska. It's got a 50th. Well, yeah, but it's Alaska.
And I don't want to bring politics into it, Steve, but those are all Republican states, I will have you notice, with surpluses, all right?
They're red states at all. Yeah.
Now let's go to the sinkhole states. These are states that are in pretty big trouble. New Jersey has a burden of $52,000 per person. Connecticut, $48,000 per person. Illinois's got all kinds of problems. $45,000 per person. Kentucky, $32,000, and Massachusetts, $27,000.
How are we going to rein this in? I mean, you're looking at the math. The politics is getting in the way. We can't really do the right thing. It would be harmful to the economy if we tried to start paying down this debt.
Yeah.
How do these, certain states are just going to attract people, and certain states, people are going to be leaving.
Yeah, because when you're in debt, what do you have to do? They're going to raise the taxes. Well, when people get their taxes raised, guess what they say? You know what, Florida, Texas look pretty good. They don't have any state income tax. And so to tax their way out we've got to get budget discipline. Look, whether you're a Republican or Democrat shouldn't matter. We should all agree you can only spend what you take in. Isn't that a good whether you're Democrat or Republican, you got to live within your budget. Now, we could say how we're going to spend the money differently, Republican or Democrat, but shouldn't we both say that no matter what, we shouldn't spend more than what we have? That should just be a bedrock thing, and that could solve a lot of problems.
Now, everybody, most citizens, consumers, the public, we have to do that.
We have to do that. Any business has to do that. The government should have to do that as well. Now, if there's extreme emergencies like market crashes or wars, there may be times when you have to violate that. But in normal, peaceful times, we should stick to that.
Okay, I'm thinking of this old phrase it's attributed to Bill Orwell. I don't know if it's true. It says, if your outgo exceeds your income, then your upkeep will be your downfall.
Well, look, somebody's going to pay the piper. You cannot keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing without any consequence. There will be consequences, and it will be bad. And you know what's going to hurt? It's going to hurt the poorest among us are going to get hurt the most. And look what's happening in Greece. Look what's happening in Greece. The rich people they leave. They're okay. It's the poor people that get hurt. And so spending too much money does not help poor people. It never has and it never will.
Well, I've even seen some countries that were used as probably this great trophy of liberalism from a political point of view. And now Denmark's even thinking, well, we got to kind of start pulling things back. There are more conservative governments coming online. We're going to see some real changes in the earth. I mean, I think the world has to really come up. I mean, that first segment, we said, how much was it? 57 trillion worldwide.
Worldwide government debt.
So when we're looking at the United States, and of course, we're in an election year coming up here. We're talking 10 months out. I think any candidate that doesn't talk about dealing with the debt, if you're under 50 years of age, that person should not be on your docket.
Right. And look, we don't have to pay the debt off tomorrow, Steve. Here's the deal. What if right now our debt's going like this, 2 to 3 billion every day? What if we just leveled it off and put it on a 50 or 60 year glide path? We don't have to pay it off in 5 years or 10 years. Put it on a 50 or 60 year glide path, but just get it in the right direction. It is going the wrong direction right at a time when 78 million baby boomers are reaching retirement, where they're not going to be earning, they're not going to be paying taxes, they're going to be collecting benefits. This is bad. It's only going to get worse, and we need leaders to step up to the plate and acknowledge it.
Tom, let's say you're the president of the United States before we close out the segment. How do I fix this?
Well, I think you gotta do some type of balanced budget, okay? And like I said, we don't have to pay it off tomorrow. We just got to stop the growth. We got to level it off, and we got to put it on a glide path. It could be a long glide path. We're a very wealthy country. We have a lot of good things going for us, but we cannot continue this. It's unsustainable right at a time when we got record numbers of people retiring.